Welcome to the Motivational Medium podcast. I'm Anne-Marie Lord, a psychic medium, author, and the founder of the Motivational Medium Academy. On this podcast, we'll explore intriguing topics such as mediumship, psychic abilities, and the amazing idea that we all have intuition within us. Whether you're a believer, skeptic, or somewhere in between, get ready to unlock your extraordinary potential as we discover the supernatural world together. If you want your questions featured on the show, be sure to join my tribe by subscribing to my newsletter at annemarielord.com. Let's go. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Motivational Medium. Today, I'm going to look at breaking down some of the myths around mediumship. And over the next few weeks and fortnights, really, I'm going to share with you on this podcast lots of questions that get asked to me all about being a medium and being psychic. And I'm going to give you some teaching tools and maybe even a little insight into the world of being a medium. It's not as, could I say, exciting as it sounds. Anyway, let's dive in because I wanted to share lots of stuff with you. But today we're going to look at how mediumship works, a simple explanation. You know what I'm like. If you've read The Grateful 3 Approach to Life, you know everything I do is all about simplicity, quickness, and there's no myths or there's no secret behind this. It's just me throwing my arms open, sharing everything I know with you guys over the next few weeks on Motivational Medium podcast. So let's dive in. Now, before I start, I want to say to you, all the stuff I'm going to talk about over the next few weeks and few months is all from my point of view. This is like a job that I do. I've been to see many mediums, and the one thing I do know is that all psychic and mediums work really, really differently. And a lot of the stuff we have the same point of view on, but there's also some things that I might say that a medium might think is a little bit different. So I must express that this is all from my point of view, from being working in this industry now for many years. And on a daily basis, I connect with clients and I also connect with spirit. So as I say, this is my point of view. So come with me on this little journey and we might all learn together. So mediumship, how it works. So the first thing that I always get asked is mediumship or psychic. What's the difference? And the quickest way when a client comes to see me, I always say to them, psychic is my energy connects with your energy, and mediumship is my energy connects with the spirit world. So when I work psychically, it's on a different level. So if you want to imagine it as if that when you bring spirit through or when you're working as a medium and connecting with spirit, your energy goes a lot higher. So it's like you are connecting, because everything is all around us. I like to use the terms high and low, but there actually is no high and low. It's just the power of your energy, really, versus it being more tight inwards than to being more out and reaching further, if that makes sense. So on mediumship, my energy, I push it out. So I push it out further, past the person who's sitting in front of me. And that's how I connect with spirit. It's like if you've ever seen a medium work, you'll notice they become quite animated. They also may talk faster. I pace a lot when I'm doing a live event because the energy is just so powerful. And so, you've just brought this energy within your body. And you may have even heard, if any of you guys have been to sit in circle with other mediums, you may have even been told about sitting in the power. And this is all about sitting within the power of spirit. So connecting your energy with the spirit world And the simplest way I can explain that is by imagine this energy comes up within you. So it's in your chest, maybe even. And you've got a beautiful golden light that glows within the chest area. And then start pushing that outwards. So you can push it up, you can push it to the side, you can push it below. And that's what you do when you're extending your energetic field, if you like. Okay. So when you're connecting with spirit and working as a medium, your energy is more higher, more of a vibrational energy, if you like. Now, when you're working as a psychic, and this is where I'm using the higher and the lower analogy, really, your energy, well, my energy, I feel, and I'm sure a lot of psychics out there will understand this as well and agree, that the energy is a lot lower. So there's not as much power when connecting with spirit. But when you're connecting as a medium, I feel my energy is on a different level. It's on a more level vibration with the person that's sitting in front of me. So in a nutshell, psychic is your energy or my energy, whoever you're reading for. Psychic is my energy connects with the person in front of me. Mediumship is my energy connects with the spirit world. Hope that makes sense. Now, the next thing I always get asked is, how do I tune into spirit? And how do I switch it off? This took quite a long time to switch it off, if you like, because when you're new to this and you're developing and you're learning, because don't forget, I used to call them spirals when I was a child, and I could feel and know things that was going on when I was younger, but I didn't quite understand it and I didn't quite know what it was. So I went on the path of development and I started to learn so much from so many other mediums out there with so much more experience than I had. And they taught me how to control this energy, if you like. So through the strategies and techniques that they shared with me, I was able to bring my energy in and control it. One of the things that I remember doing, and this was quite difficult because you never knew when spirit was going to show up. So you could be anywhere really. And one time I was actually in the dentist's chair and I was having a filling done. And I had a nurse and she's got the hoover, as I call it, the suction pipe in one side of my mouth and the dentist is working away on the other side. And next minute, out the blue, I could hear this man's voice and he was saying to me that he was this nurse's dad and she was having some real difficulties, financial struggles, and he needed to let her know that she was on the right path and that everything was going to be okay. And this was not going to last much longer. And I'm sitting in this chair and I'm thinking, I am getting my teeth done. I am like, please stop talking to me sort of thing. Now, years ago, what I would have done is I would have assessed the situation and then I would have probably delivered this message. I would have obviously asked permission to do that, but I would have delivered the message. And what that was showing spirit and was also showing me really is that I had no boundaries between myself and spirit. So by just allowing spirit to come in all the time and then delivering the messages and working on it was not setting any boundaries. So it became where my life was not always my own, if that makes sense. Sometimes I'd be sitting with someone and I could see that, they had a person in spirit and I was like, what am I supposed to do with this information? So it was very confusing in the beginning. But I spoke to a friend of mine at the time and she was an older lady who'd been doing this work for a long, long time. And she told me that quite simply to say to spirit, thank you for coming in, but I'm actually not delivering messages today. And I would love, with love and respect, for you to respect my boundaries. And I will set a time when we can work together. And that's what I did. And the more I did that, every time someone came in and I was like on my holiday or out with my husband or out with the family. And if spirit came in, I sort of asked them to respect my privacy and I would respect theirs. And that's how spirit know now that when I am working in my office or on a mediumship platform event, that's when spirit come in. But usually 9 times or maybe 8 times out of 10, they don't come in when I'm not working. So if you're a developing medium out there and this is happening to you like it was happening to me, then please just ask spirit to respect your privacy, really. And you will work for spirit with love and honor, but at a set time. And that's what happened. And that's how I ended up closing down and opening up for me to tune into spirit. And then what happened then was I would set a time where I would sit and build the energy like I spoke about before. So I would do a meditation where I would see this beautiful light within my heart center and I would stretch that light and I would push it out and above and I would set the intention with love and light to work with spirit and only deliver messages of love and hope and validation, really. And that's how it all developed. Use who you are, keep your vibration high, always use gratitude. And, I talk about this and I'll talk about it again as like an energy protection in one of the future podcasts. But to protect my energy and to keep my vibration high, I use gratitude and I do my journaling of a night. I like to dance before I go on platform events. I like to sing my head off in the car and play music as I'm on my way to my office. It's all about keeping your vibrational energy high. And that takes me right into the next one of the questions. The role of intention and vibration. It is absolutely an intention. So to keep your vibration high and to set your intention out for spirit, spirit will know when you are ready to work. Like mine is like when I go in my office or when I talk to them in a meditation and ask, can they come through and come through with love, and I will honor what they say and I will deliver the messages in the best possible way. And I work for spirit and they work with me. And we have a mutual honor, really, and a love. And that's how I try to keep my vibrational energy high, is by the practice of gratitude, is by not getting involved in chitter-chatter or not getting involved in any kind of gossip or not even getting involved in when I hear negative comments or negative points of view. That's okay. That's other people's point of view. And, as the gorgeous Wayne Dyer said, what other people say about us is none of our business. And that is very, very true. So if you focus on your energy and building you more than focusing on maybe what other people say or other people's opinions of you, that doesn't matter. What matters is your opinion of you and trying to keep your energy high. And that goes for everything. That doesn't just go for working as a medium or a psychic or even a healer. This goes for every walk and every facet of your life and your being. If you work more on keeping your energy high, it blocks out the negativity, because on a conscious level first, by working with gratitude and journaling and listening to music, by working on that conscious level, you're setting your vibrational energy high, but then it automatically becomes your energy go-to. So it absolutely pays to build your energy and sit within that vibration, because other people don't really come into that negative energy because you don't allow that to happen. I hope that makes sense. Now, don't get me wrong, there's sometimes people will say stuff to you and you'll think, ooh, but if you work on a high vibration, like when I talk about it in the Grateful 3 approach to life, I talk about imagine of a morning, your vibrational energy is 100. And then as the things come up throughout the day, people may talk different to you, or there might be negativity within your workplace. That will only bring your vibrational energy down a little bit. But imagine if you don't do gratitude of a morning, if you don't work on your journal, if you don't practice self-love and self-care, meditation even, all these strategies you can bring into your life, or even just one of them, your vibration will start off lower, maybe 70, maybe even 60. Then you get in the car and listen to the news, it comes down. Then you walk into the office, there's some negativity going on within the office, it comes down. Now that's what happens. Your energy can be brought down by other people. But when your energy is high, it makes it really, really difficult for your energy to be brought down by situations or other people. So isn't that worth building your own energy? Well, for me, that's a massive yes. Okay, so what else have we got? Now, the last thing I want to talk to you about really quickly is what a reading feels like from my side. Now, a reading from my side is absolutely uplifting. It can be tiring. It can be amazing. It can be uplifting. What an amazing job to connect with spirit and bring a message of love or closure or helping someone along the path with grief. That to me is, oh wow, it's just such a privilege to be able to do that. And when your vibrational energy is high, and I go on and on about this, the messages that come through you or you deliver are from that vibrational energy. I deliver positive, proactive guidance, really. Now, that doesn't mean that things won't go wrong in people's lives. It does, but they won't ever hear it from me because I don't see it. I want to see, and I ask to be shown things that will enhance people's lives because that's what I'm all about. So when I work with spirit know that, Yeah, I'm very conscious about how I deliver messages. It doesn't mean I butter them up or I put my slant on them. Not at all. I just would never scare the life out of anybody. And yet negativity has no place in my office. And spirit know that. And I work with spirit and we give people the best guidance to help them enhance the life and to help them go forward. When you think about it, I worked in palliative care for 12 years. Palliative care means end of life care. And even though I worked with people towards their end of life, it didn't mean that I had to sit there and talk constantly about the end of someone's life. No. What we spoke about is what we could do now, what we could do today, what we could do for that moment, memories from the past, uplifting. Didn't mean that the end wasn't going to come. It just meant we don't need to dwell on it. And I think a part of that comes through in my readings. One thing we're all guaranteed is that the end of time will come, or on this earth will come for every one of us. But we don't have to dwell on it because we have a life to live. And if you put every power and every energy and lift in your energy to help you walk this path and see what you have, be really congruent in the now, then I believe that life can change. So for me, being a medium or being a psychic is not just about I see dead people. It's about the living and spirit. I keep that in mind every day. That is my go-to and that is my meditation and that is my wish. I deliver my messages through love and through caring, through respect for spirit and respect for the person sitting in front of me. just before I finish, I just want to say to you that being a medium, and I've worked in nursing for over 30 years and palliative care for 12, being a medium is not an easy job. I absolutely respect all the mediums out there that do this work from the highest power on a daily basis like I do. I give them so much respect because I know that this job or this vocation is not an easy one, because sometimes you will get criticized and sometimes people will say negative things about you or think you work from a lower vibration, and that, my friend, is just absolutely not true. I come from pure love, and I dedicate every time I step in my office to spirit, and I show up for spirit and for the person sitting in front of me 100%. And that's what I focus on, and that's why I never focus on what goes on outside. Nothing that gets said, nothing that gets spoken about, it doesn't affect me, because I decided to purely focus my energy on doing the best I can and with love. So if you're an upcoming medium out there, I take my hat off to you. The journey never stops, the learning never stops, and it's the most beautifulest journey ever, I think. And I loved my nursing journey, and I love this just as much. I showed up in that journey 100%. I show up in this journey 100%. So if you're a practicing medium, and I take my hat off to you, even if you've had 30 years experience, you will know what I'm talking about. This journey is a never-ending learning one. And for you guys, my friends, I take my hat off to you as well. And also, I want to say, if you are going to see a medium, please don't go on the premises of let's test the medium, because it won't work and you won't get nothing out of it, because the medium's energy drops and so does spirit. Spirit is like, well, you know, I'm not here to prove to anybody, because one day we will all know that there's a beautiful spirit world out there. And that's not our job. Our job is to deliver amazing messages from spirit with love. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed today. Thanks for hanging around with me. If this opens up something for you and you want to share it or send me a message, you know, go onto my website. You can also sign up for the newsletter, and I've got a beautiful guided meditation there that I can share with you that will help you protect your energy. And it's all so sublime, so you can play it overnight and it'll help you drift off to sleep. And if you want to come to one of my live events or even come and see me for a reading, then jump on my website, amarylord.com. And if you are coming to see me for a reading, I appreciate you so much, because I know my list is so long and I'm into February, March next year. So I am so grateful for you guys, and I'm so grateful for your patience. Have the best day and look out for each other. And if you haven't told someone today, I love you, do it now. I love you guys. Have the best day. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this show. It's important to note that while I'm here to inspire, encourage and guide you, I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist or a doctor. Join me again in 2 weeks for more captivating revelations on the supernatural. Remember to be in with a chance to have your questions answered on the podcast. Subscribe to my newsletter at amarylord.com. Stay in the tribe to vibe. I appreciate you guys. See you next time.